My name is Byron Ruano, and I'm a junior at Binghamton University. I am competing in the third semesterly Evans Cup tournament, and for this round, I will be arguing as the opposition. I cannot deny the fact that I personally agree with a few of the details and pieces of information that were mentioned by my opponent. I am fully aware of the overweight and obesity problems that exist among the people of the United States, and I understand the extreme dangers that they impose on the health and future of American society. As was stated by my opponent, obesity is in fact a major risk towards the health of adults and children alike. It increases the risk of cardiovascular diseases, pulmonary problems, diabetes, and can cause negative psychological effects, among other things. While I do not intend to attack the information provided by my opponent, I think that based on his previous argument, he should not receive an affirmative vote. The reason I stand behind this opinion is that even though my opponent's argument was informative, I strongly believe and must point out that his proposition ended up being extremely confusing and a little inconsistent at times. An affirmative vote should not be given to such a broad and unspecific policy. My opponent suggested that a ban on sugary drinks would help to reduce the obesity problem among children and mentioned that there were several ways to try and implement a policy like his. But he only described the one he recommended. He argued that the best manner to set a ban on sugary drinks would be to allow each school to make its own decision. According to him, that freedom of choice would benefit schools that have endorsements with big-time producers of sugary drinks. Their decision would be based on the school's ability to survive with or without the economical help that they may receive from those kind of endorsements. After his proposal, he concluded by again supporting a general ban of sugary drinks in schools in the United States. While I do not disagree that schools should have sovereignty, I must use this as an example to highlight the inconsistency of my opponent's argument, which is why his proposition should be rejected. I want to point out that the ban on sugary drinks in schools varies amongst the different states of our country. Some states have enacted bans of this nature while others have not. Schools from states without bans are free to make their own choice, which means that his ban would result in a condition that already exists. And lastly, the ban that was proposed by my opponent is not logical. If the entities that are being controlled by the proposed ban are free to choose if they will abide by it or not, then in essence the proposed ban would not really be a ban at all. Overall, his inconsistent argument provided correct information, but his proposed policy is vague and I would believe it would be ineffective. Rejecting this proposition would encourage the development of more extensive and comprehensive policy propositions, which could actually turn out to be a better road for my opponent's goals regarding the improvement of obesity problems among children in the United States.